What is going on, guys? In this video of Free Code Camp section React, I'll be teaching you how to render state in the user interface in another way. So yes, you guessed it, there is another way to access state in a component. In the render method before the return statement, which is here, alright, in this method, you can write JavaScript directly. So for example, you could declare functions, access the data from state or props, perform computations on this data, and so on. Then you can assign any data to variables which you have access to in the return statement. So, right, cool. So now it says that it gives us an exercise to do, which is in the myComponent render method. So that's our myComponent, and this is the render method of it. We need to define a const name. The const called name. So let's do that. Const name, and it's set to equal to the name value in the component state. So this one, all right. And how do we do this? By this dot state and name. All right. And there's one key element to note in this is that I haven't really used the curly braces. Why? Because in the render method we can actually write JavaScript directly. We don't need any curly braces. So for example, if I do this, it won't work. See this the red squiggly line? It won't work. So we can write JavaScript in render method directly. Cool. And then it says that in the return statement, which is this one, all right, we need to render this value in an h1 tag. So let's do the h1 tag here. So h1 and h1 close tag, all right. And it says that using the render this value. So we need to render this value using the h1. In an h1 tag using the variable name. So I would say this dot state dot name, and I would enclose that in curly braces, because in the return statement we can't write JavaScript directly, unlike the render method. Alright, so yep, that's all really. And yeah, let's check if our test passes. Nope, it doesn't. Where did I go wrong? The render h1 tag should include a reference to name. Interesting. Alright guys, I think the problem is here. I think we don't need to use the state in the return method. Instead we can just use this const variable here. Oops, my bad. So I would just use this one and hopefully it will work. Let's see. Yes, it does work. Yes, we can. Yes. Alright guys, I really hope you understood how to render state in the UI in another way. So declaring the const variable in the render method first, and then using that name variable to render in the UI. Hey, if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the section below, and I'll make sure I'll get back to you guys as soon as I can. Until then, have fun practicing this new concept, and I'll see you in the next video.